around. Teams have been a lot more specific with the fights that they're taking, though. I do see these two cars just rotating around each other, really baiting out shots from the opposing team. I think that's what Juco's trying to do. See, they can't bait Queso into an engagement that his team can then capitalize on. But Eco now in the blue, sending shots. This was that late rotate. They crash into AGG. Long-range shots do deal a bit of damage.
Nana bet there for that angle, able to at least, stifle them a little bit, trying to make this fight fair, and the rest of Eco are going to have to make something happen. Gary getting a nice knock, and Pedrino gets knocked here, so All Glory Gaming definitely falling apart. It's going to be really up to Fran. What can he do?
AK, left in hand, it's heavy damage on both sides. The one versus... Oh, can't quite do it, there it is!
Through the window?
It's actually not a bench. Again, that range position. Listen, you tried to tell me that split positions are not valuable.
Wow.
This is exactly why. If you are able to set it up in the way that Inco are, if you're able to have a player at long range to output as much impact as Bede just did, that's why teams try and set them up in this way.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. If you're going to do a split, you got to put yourself in a position where you can actually support your teammates. And I think that's where we see so many players make that mistake.
Right.
Because we get into another fight here. SLR getting away with Team Castle. Yeah, they're going to lose a player on rotate. A little bit of a blind send here from Team Castle, but not much of a choice they have as they're going to try to find a spot into this next circle.
I'm just surprised that the water is still in play. I thought that the river was going to get eliminated at this point.
Everybody thought.
Yeah, at least they hoped for it, but a hard shift again, southwest.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and a lot of players are opting into the water because of this. There aren't that many any places to play. Cube has already been taken by Royals of War, and so everyone else is just sending it into the water. There's like 7 teams here. This is insane.
Gosh. Even Influence Rage is coming on down. Let's see if Royals of War can hold out Influence Rage, as Aragod is going to be the only player here holding down that Wizard Tower. We're going to see the utility probably come out. No, never mind. Ayala from Team Liquid catches them. And you're right, there's squads all over the place. And Hyper, Furia. I mean, it's just time to go fishing.
I'm surprised so many teams wanted to send it to center, whether it was Cube or the water. We still have a couple of teams on the north side, but that's just a much more valuable way to even try and gain points. There are still 14 teams up. The expectation that you can start to farm placements from the river, that's a bit of a long shot. Yeah.
Especially so early. I think a lot of players could have caught third parties, but instead they just said, you know what? Let's just have a little party in the water here. And here come the nades rigging out. Law's getting shot from pretty much every single angle at this point. Team Guess will get eliminated. One more nade towards FS. And Hyper hurt bad. And Furia, Furia are in a real tough spot here, as Gaovski's trying to be able to catch their teammate.
But the team that is really getting a lot of value out of their position is going to be Inco on the south. Because they were south of the river, they can still play their position. They're already spread out again, similar to what we saw at AGG, and they can just third-party long-range shots all across the way. We do see E7 go out, 13th place. Stars gets revived.
And that's a very lucky shift for Inco. I mean, the fact that the zone went all the way south here, they got to utilize this opportunity for sure. Because if it went north, they would have been in big trouble. They would have just been gate kept by everybody. So, and Hyper on their double point stay as well. They have 3 so far. Looking to make some noise for North America. And yeah, the smokes are definitely going to have to start rigging out here because they are stuck in a really tough spot. Nice shot there, though, on the Furia. And that's the team everyone's trying to take out. They're holding it down for now. Does Koi spot Arthur's in? I don't think he does. Yeah, he's just going to be having eyes locked on the stars down here.
Definitely hears the shots. Sending out some blind mollies, some blind shotgun rounds. Stars backs away, a bit too threatening from SLR on both sides. But SLR are dropping down. Either chasing stars or pressure from teams on a number of different angles. Not quite sure, but
they're jumping in the water. Yeah, if you jump in the water, you can see swimmers super easy. So yeah, they're popping out, and Stars wins the 1v1, hops right back in the water. And play a little bit of game of peekaboo here, little Marco Polo, and we're going to see if the rest of his team's going to be able to help him out. Baton, yeah, he's just so pushed out. Oh, that nade is heading right in his direction. Does it hit him? Oh, so close.
There were a lot more where that came from, though. SLR is putting in a lot of work from this position. They didn't send it to the water to just try and play safe. They sent it to the water to clean up. They want to clean up the swamp. They want to get all of the litter out of this lovely river and try and make it a beautiful river again.
That's right. Let's see. Hey, I mean, go green. That is what SLR is trying to do here.
Oh, boy. Wait.
And
did we see what the next shift was again?
I know. I mean, they knew something we didn't, Cameron, because, I mean, this zone went right here towards that bridge. And SLR looking to swim as well. Oh, getting shot up, and he gets knocked. It's just dragging up for SLR.
Oh. Boy's gone down now, too, though.
And fortunate shift for Inko. Inko hasn't having to move a muscle. They are just like come to Papa with this kind of circle. Let's see if they're able to really optimize it. And Fudia holding on for dear life here. Remember, this is their double points day. They gotta do everything they can to survive. And they're trying from this bridge position.
Unfortunately, they have just been battered and bruised from so many different angles. They're running out of utility. Running out of meds.
If they go out right now, 0 points.
Yeah, that's the problem. They're still quite far away from any placements. They don't have any eliminations either. And with the health bars that they have, trying to take a gunfight is not going to be pretty successful for them.
Cardozen goes down. There's going to be one player up for Team Liquid. Alpha 7 still has a squad up, but they're going to have to push from the north side here. Mythic catches Artuzin. And I wonder if Team Liquid especially realizes it's Fudia, if they're going to give it any extra effort. At the end of the day, they're still so far ahead, they don't have to worry about them. But, oh, what happened? Was that a self-nade? Or from somebody else, but Fudia gets eliminated, and that is a 0 point game, not the start that they wanted.
It's not good. Like I said, yesterday it was a bit of a slow start for them. But now with fewer teams on the river, this does give some extra space for teams like Enhyper to try and apply pressure on the high ground. A good grenade goes inside. Doesn't get the knock, but it deals some damage. And still, Enhyper, they're kicking 7 eliminations for them, and they're in placements now. So for another team that's on double point day, this is such a good start for them.
Baton really putting in some work right now. Enhyper, 7 eliminations. Baton with 4 of those. 497 damage. That's how you want to start, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Super Lazy Reflex are going to get eliminated. And Influence Rage, they took that Wizard Tower, and man, they have been holding it strong. Also, got to give a shout out to FS. FS has only 1 elimination, but 634 damage.
Ooh, wait a second. Law now wants to clean up the last team in the river. They know that it's a bit more free for them. They have the man advantage. People in the water try and search out Baton. And Hyper's run might be stopped just a little bit too short. But now Influence Rage, I don't know if I agree with them sending all of these bodies into the river like this.
They're going swimming. Baton hops into the buggy. And Federal is going to have eyes on him. But Alpha 7 have eyes on this position now. So everybody needs to watch out. Federal. Oh, Baton might shoot from the back. And he gets him. No, he doesn't. He misses the shots. That is going to be a tough one.
And Diego's also gone down. Federal low, Law low. I think Influence Rage might have just thrown their game. It's not like they had a lot of other options in front of them, but just to, Lemming send it into the river, lost any chance of trying to pick up other elimination points because there were still Royals of War just to their east who have been having a pretty good game so far themselves, so not even opting into a fight with them before they go into the rest of the zone is a bit of a question mark for me.
Oh, well, sometimes you see your friends, right, go to the river, and you want to join the party. And I think Influence Rage wanted to have some fun in the sun.
The water does look nice.
It does look nice and refreshing. It's hot outside, that is for sure. But, man, Baton still alive, holding on. Definitely not the best decision for Influence Rage because they are getting punished from this. And they could have held that tower still. I mean, they're still in zone there.
Yeah.
But instead, try to hunt down some eliminations. Colgo catches a...
Yeah, that hurts. Royals of War are still using the high ground as long as they can. I do wonder if those grenades that we saw a few moments ago by Enhyper into the tower kind of spooked Influence Rage. That actually seems like a reasonable case, but again, I think they could have at least left 1 or 2 players behind.
Possible. Law's going to go for the res on the Federal, and he should be able to get it. Baton is up and ready to go here. So Enhyper still putting in work. Team Liquid with 7 eliminations. When did that happen? That was quick.
I mean, most of it's been on a
5
Mythic.
of them for Mythic. I mean, who else is it going to be, right, at this
point?
Of course.
Just third-partying, not overextending.
It is known.
Not getting too vulnerable, but just throwing some shots out. stealing some eliminations. And now, with a lot of frag grenades still in the backpack. With A7 coming in from the opposite side, they seem to know exactly where Mythic is.
Oh my gosh. I thought that nade was right on point, just a little bit short. Mythic has some of his own, but now Inko's getting in the mix. So Inko has to watch out. But the problem is that this hill, they have no sight lines down this hill. It's just steep enough. Inko are going to have to push out. But this could be an Inko Gaming win easily, especially with this next zone.
Only 3 eliminations. That was from the fight earlier. They weren't able to clean up any other third-party shots from these positions. But coming into this as the only team left with all 4 standing should give them an opportunity to clean up. But again, I agree with you, though. Alpha 7 being below that ridge, it's a huge threat point.
Yeah, I think Alpha 7, they got their eyes on that bridge right now. They're just trying to clean up everybody, and then they'll deal with Inko later. But they're going to have to deal with them sooner than later here because this zone is looking like it's most likely going to go. Wow, what a shot there from 7 from across the way. Victix is going to try to run in to res him. I don't even know if that's the right play. Gets popped. Down to 1 HP. And there goes Mythic. So Mythic is down from Team Liquid. Alpha 7, how are they going to finish this game?
Inko still just trying to output as much damage as possible, get as many eliminations as possible. They're in the zone. We still got to see where Phase 7 and, of course, Phase 8 goes afterwards. But in the meantime, with the blind spot, Alpha 7 to focus exclusively on Influence Rage. Grenades? Oh, that one looked better than it ended up being from our perspective, from our angle. And Hyper still alive, despite Law also throwing some utility in that direction.
Hanging on, but this is an Inko Gaming win. It has to be. I mean, the zone going even further in their direction.
Right.
This is what you hope for here. And this was very fortunate for them because they would have been toast if the zone went north. But the fact that it went all the way down south here has been super beneficial for them. It's time for them to get some eliminations, though, because Alpha 7 are looking to take all of them for themselves. That nade was mighty close to Carrillo, and Law ends up catching him.
I want to see Inko go get involved here once they saw the knocks in the elimination fee, but unfortunately, Royals of War staying on that high ground angle would probably do a lot of damage to them on the rush. So unfortunately, Inko Gaming, they might just be forced to just stay prone and listen to the
That's a hard
party
point.
happen. Yeah, like they. Yeah.
I can't blame them at the same time. Like, they need eliminations, but at the same time, it's like, hey, it's an automatic chicken dinner. Why don't we just try and hope that we get some of these stragglers and hope they run up?
Oh, we can't even get that one. Okay, they got one. They got one. Sorry,
okay,
I saw
they got
Alpha 7 got one of the Royals of War, but Tonka's last one up was actually able to cross the river through smoke, swimming across away from the bridge. How much more damage can Tonka do before going down? Because 3 eliminations, 4th place minimum. It's not a bad start for Royals of War.
They need a massive start, though. Like, they really have to do crazy if they want to stand a chance here at making it into top 3. And meanwhile, I think he's going to have to push at some point. Let's see what happens. As Mafioso is coming from behind now, trying to shut down Influence Rage. Let's see if this nade hits.
Look at the minimap. Look at Inko. I think they're actually starting to push. With Royals of War no longer having the high ground angle across the river, they can now get involved more easily. Now, granted, they want to make sure that they can stay tight and play for trades. But at the moment, they are still letting Alpha 7 and Influence Rage just deal with each other by themselves.
Mafioso tried to pull out that nade. Now he's pushing out the DBS. Mafioso. Carrillo's going to be coming from the other angle, and Influence Rage gets eliminated. So that's Alpha 7 versus Inko. 9 eliminations, but Tonka's on this off angle. You can't count him out as well because the zone has gone towards his direction. Oh, behind him, though.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
I don't know if Inko are aware of his position. They could be tunnel vision on Alpha 7. We did see 7 just throw himself along that northwest ridge of the blue. Alpha 7 are backing away from that, still trying to stay on the low ground, and they're scouting out. They're aware of Tonka still being alive.
Yeah, he's like, that rock right there is too suspicious, so he's keeping an eye out. He knows that there's got to be a player over there. But, I mean, it's possible that Inko thinks this is a pure 4v4. Oh, nice shot from Nunez. Real quick, so don't peek me. Do not peek me. Because they need these double points more than everybody right now. They're trying to get that last slot to make it to the big show that is right around the corner. McGrellin in a 1v1, and that's it. Alpha 7 eliminated. This is all Inko Gaming for the win.
It took them a while to go on the push, but they executed perfectly. Only a little bit of damage onto 7, who played entry, kind of stood around as bait, and the rest of Eco was there to follow up, and all four up. And at this point, yeah, it's running out of options on where the last member alive could be.
And he got him. Beautiful game for Eco, one that they so desperately needed, and you can just see the look on their faces. Hey, you know what? At the same time as they're excited, they know the work's not done yet.
No, not at all. And that, again, remember, this is with Gary subbing in from Italy, so we're questioning the reasoning behind that roster move. But I mean, it's only been It's only been one round, but so far it's worked.
It's worked so far, hasn't it? Gary will pick up, the least amount of damage, also only one elimination, but let's not discredit what he did. Hot Juice, what is going on?
Oh my God. This is one of those moments that happen where you can have a roster swap, and let's be real, they got so lucky. The zone just went south. But you know what? To me, I'm superstitious. He's on the roster. We won that game. Yo, you are here, baby. That's it. That's the change we needed.
What, Vitaly is out now? Is that what we're saying? All of a sudden now Gary is in?
That's what Jukes is saying.
See ya. I mean, that's how it happens. I mean, sometimes, who knows? It could be just the good luck charm. Who cares if he didn't do nothing? We won the game.
I hope you are never my coach for anything we do, man. You could bring in a newborn baby child, and then all of a sudden the team performs better, and you're like, you're in, you're out. And it's like, whoa, don't crush my dreams. Well, good on Eco. That's the way you want to start off, Cameron, right? Winner, chicken dinner, 8 eliminations. Eco Gaming, very hyped up in the pre-show, but not as hyped up, I think, as Furia. Furia was that team that we were expecting to, have just a stellar day, which could absolutely still happen with 5 games remaining. But, I mean, you want to talk about the perfect start for Eco. Lucky or not, Gary, Vitaly, it doesn't matter. Performance is performance in Eco Gaming. They have it.
Yeah, but it was lucky. We have to acknowledge that.
It was lucky, dude.
In fact, we were talking about it during the game. They might have played it arguably too safe. I think it is very possible that they could have gotten even more points out of that round. I understand, as what Juke said, it was essentially a free win at that point. They just needed to not throw, but I still think they could have pushed it a little bit more. They could have gotten more involved in the fight. We will have to see what this does to their confidence going forward today, but... And I'm not blaming them for being lucky. You have to win the games that you have to win. You have to win the games that you're given the opportunity to win, and this was one of those games. They were at least able to do that. How many points can they get when they're not given the shift? That's the test for the remaining five games today.
Yep, that is.
Yeah, and we have 5 games to see, right? They are going to be put to the test without question, and maybe some resentment now grows for the other 3 teams who are going for double points today. Maybe not in Hyper, though. I will give in Hyper some credit, man. 7 eliminations, 5th place, a team that is looking to regain control, right, in the NA standings, Hot Jukes. I believe this game actually will secure that, given the fact NRG Galaxy was the 2nd team to be eliminated, albeit they do pick up 2 eliminations, but 2 points is not going to be enough. I believe in Hyper might overtake them in the positions.
I mean, it's most likely going to happen, right? It's their double points day. They should overtake them in their position, right? And it was a really hard one to play. I mean, they had to send it all the way down. But hold on. Look at that. 36 points from Inco.
That's
but still, 20 from N Hyper. It's good to see, these teams in Group A maximizing their opportunity.
Let me say this, all right? If you win the lottery, you're lucky, okay? But you're taking home the millions of dollars, right? You're not giving it back because you were lucky. I think for Eco Gaming, they're just fine with that 36 points. You're taking that all day, every day. In Hyper with 20, Alpha 7. Got to talk about a 14. Good, but they just get richer. They were already rich to begin with. They don't need to win that lottery at this point in time. Team Liquid also included, but a heck of a start without question. And Cameron, just a little bit more on Eco. I want to talk about that split at the beginning that you guys are praising against AGG. That showed to me, though, like they're very much in control of what they want to do as a team and how they want to attack fights.
So if you recall, they were actually rotating into a split that AGG had. We didn't see the very beginning of that fight, but when we finally tuned into Nenevete's long-ranged angle, there were a number of teammates already knocked. So I do wonder if that was an intentional set-up play or one that they sort of like accidentally ran into. But regardless, being able to make those quick adjustments is such an important thing that you need to do in PUBG Mobile. And so regardless of how they ended up in that situation, it's one that worked out for them. It was one that they were able to deliver on.
Eco Gaming will knock 3 teams down a peg. That's Furia, Influence Rage, and Death Wolves as Eco Gaming take over third place due to their wonderful game. Things start to heat up between Fury and Influence Rage, both tied at 531. Big news, though, on the top of the leaderboard, Team Liquid will break or at least hit 700 points. Alpha 7 not far behind, which means at a certain point we could potentially be looking at a 200-point lead over third place, depending on what Eco Gaming does today. Hot Chicks, I hear you laughing. I am too internally because that's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It really is because, I mean, Alpha 7, come on. I mean, yeah, we talked about even the trying to open the door, right? I mean, they shut that real quick. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, it's time to put in some work. 9 eliminations, second place. You got to take that. But look at this. And Hyper making some moves as well. We love to see it.
Yeah, big game coming out from them, Cameron, but only 5 points up over NRG Galaxy. But the big news from Hyper is they show great promise that their double points day, they might be making the most of it.
Yeah, it was not easy for them to survive as long as they did in the river. The fact that they were able to deliver in such a stressful environment where there were shots literally fired on all angles, grenades literally thrown from all sorts of angles. They were playing on the low ground. They had to deal with the sharks in the water alongside them, as well as teams on the high ground like Royals of War and Influence Rage. That is not an easy situation to survive in, and they lasted quite a while down there. There were many points that I was like, okay, you got a couple of eliminations, but surely you're not going to survive longer. And they did. They were able to get so close to a top 4 finish there. So that was absolutely a great sign for, hopefully, fingers crossed, things to come today.
And that was Baton just carrying the torch there for eliminations. Capri's been a big talking point. Capri is one of the newest additions to this roster, joining 3 or 4 days ago, something like that in terms of competition. A little bit more, obviously, we had the 2-day break, but Hyper's been on the up and up. They've been looking great, but I love the results from game number 1 because things are getting spicy right in that top 4 conversation, and it's going to continue to heat up. Now, granted, we do have this, quote-unquote curse, right, when it comes to Game 1 performers on double points day. Sometimes don't do that well. I hope that curse is going to be broken today. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Miramar, map number 2, coming your way.
Hello everyone, the all-new 2024 Pubg Mobile Super League event PMSL Pass will be available from May 31st to June 30th. The PMSL Pass has 20 levels and only takes 500 UC to unlock. Get a Dark Arts Gentleman set immediately after purchase. After unlocking the PMSL Pass, you can view the missions and complete them to get points. Raise your pass level to claim corresponding rewards. Plenty of rewards await you, including the Dark Arts Gentleman set, Dark Arts Gentleman glasses, Dark Legend Smoke Grenade, Dark Legend Avatar Frame, and the ultimate reward, Dark Legend UMP 45. To quickly raise your pass level, you can 1. Redeem points from points voucher redemption codes. You can start by using the redemption code 24PMSL Pass now. 2. Use UC to purchase levels directly. After reaching the max level, every additional level reached will grant 1 PMSL crate. Additionally, you can gift the PMSL Pass to friends who meet the conditions. Send your friends a small gift and complete to see who unlocks the ultimate reward first. That's all for this introduction to the 2024 Pubg Mobile Super League event. Unlock the PMSL Pass, put on the Dark Arts Gentleman set with friends, and collect amazing rewards.
Hi everyone, PUBG Mobile Metro Royale Chapter 20 is coming soon. Curious about what new content there is? Let's take a look. Our focus for this update is on bettering your gaming experience, so we've added a series of improvements. First, we've added quick action functions. Starting now, you can tap to repair all items at once on the loadout page, and you can open multiple gift packs at once in your inventory. We've also improved the firearm status at the start of the match. During the preparation stage, firearms will be reloaded by default and will be set to full auto firing mode. These improvements all aim to save your time while improving efficiency. Additionally, you can now earn EXP from Metro Royale matches. In other words, playing Metro Royale will now contribute towards raising your player level. If you bring a companion into Metro Royale, they will also earn companion EXP. Chapter 20 also brings brand new honor rewards and collectibles. What's different this time is that after you get certain gold collectibles, they can be displayed in your personal space of the main lobby. You also have the chance to unlock home collectible decorations. Place them in your home to show them off to your friends. With the new version update come enemies who've already infiltrated Metro Royale's Arctic base and Misty Port. While you're out exploring, stay vigilant in these areas, as Striders are active there. Oh, and we've also added 2 new firearms in this update, the P90 Cobra and P90 Steel Front. Don't forget to try them out. That sums up all the new Metro Royale content. Chapter 20 is about to begin. Hop into PUBG Mobile Metro Royale and experience it for yourself. We wish you all successful evacuations and bountiful loot.
PMSL Pass is active today to the 30th of June. There is a message pinned at the top of chat with the code and a link. Redeem the code with the provided link to earn 20 points in the new PMSL Pass event. Be that much closer to earning the Dark Arts Gentleman set, Dark Legend, UMP 45. Welcome back, everybody, to the 2024 PUBG Mobile Super League America's Spring Season Day number 12. I'm Taylor Reflections Noble, joined by Hot Jukes and Cameron Davis. That is game 1 done on Erangel, an exciting one without question. Eco Gaming on their double